Hello, and welcome to the 100th video special. I thought it'd be fun to share a few tips and tricks that I've learned over the past few years putting together my party and outdoor decorations. They've helped me improve my scare factor, so I thought I'd pass them along to you to hopefully make your haunt or party a bit spookier. So let's dive right in. Here are 5 tips that will not only make your Halloween a little bit spookier, but might also help you save a little bit of money. The first tip is using scene setters. It is time-consuming and a bit of a pain, but using upper and lower scene setters in the main room or rooms of your party really transforms your party or haunt from a room that's just filled with props to the feeling that you're actually in a haunted house. The first year I used full wall scene setters, I was amazed at what a difference it made. Depending on the size of your room, you may be able to get away with one roll of upper and one roll of lower, so it'll probably end up costing you about $30 and you'll make a huge upgrade to the scare factor at your party. The second tip involves repurposing props. After having a few specific themed parties, it began to dawn on me that as cool as the alien prop was this year, if I'm having a circus-themed party next year, he may end up not even getting used, which really kind of sucks. If you just throw a general Halloween party with no specific theme, by all means get whatever you like. I know that I'm going to do a specific theme each year, so I try to balance that when I try to get new props. Sometimes thinking outside the box helps. For example, a zombie clown animatronic one year could become an alien the next with the addition of a costume and a mask. I have been able to use the Twilight Twitcher prop at least 3 or 4 times as things other than a traditional zombie. Its design was perfect for repurposing. It's almost like a zombie mannequin. So now, when I buy new props, I try to not only think of what I'm going to be using it for this year, but what I could possibly use it for in the future. The third tip is using multimedia in your haunt. Living picture frames or cell door attractions really add a big boost to your scare factor at your party. Even if you don't have the resources to make an interactive attraction, use a little creativity to turn your TV into a media attraction. Even playing a loop on your TV adds to the effect. I have used my TV for things such as an emergency broadcast message, a living picture frame, a ticket booth, and an ICU monitor. Since most of us have a TV anyways, put it to use to add to your scare factor. Tip 4 is all about cardboard. Let's face it, Halloween props are not cheap. If we're lucky, most of us on a budget can only afford to get 1 or 2 new props a year. I have found that going the DIY route has allowed me to add way more each year for not that much more money. I have created broken walls, alien egg displays, ticket booths, and burning garbage can props with not much more than cardboard and duct tape. I created about 30 full picture frames from 2 pieces of foam poster board. I use them every single year and just swap out the pictures that are in the frames. Another example is the burning garbage can prop I built a few years back. The can itself is made of a few pieces of poster board and a few strips of cardboard. I added a small fan and spotlight which I already owned. The only other cost was a small piece of fabric which cost about $5. So with a little time, I put together a pretty cool addition to our end of the world party for about $10. Don't let a limited budget stop you. With a little time, cardboard, and creativity, you can DIY your way to some pretty cool props. The last tip is one of the coolest, but also one of the most involved and expensive parts of my yearly decorations. That would be using projections in your windows. It does involve a little bit more of an investment in terms of both work and money, but it's probably the biggest fan favorite of all of my attractions each year. Trick-or-treaters stop for pictures, cars stop in front of the house. It's by far the biggest thing that I get complimented on at Halloween. You can get started with a cheap used projector, a DVD or media player, and a video loop. You can probably put together a basic cheap setup for between $100 and $200. Although that's not cheap, it's about the price of one full-price animatronic. Think of it this way, lots of people have props. How many houses do you drive by at Halloween time that have window projections? It is a lot of work each year, but it's well worth it for the wow factor it gets. Alright, before we wrap things up, we're going to go over one more bonus tip. Always choose the right time to buy new props. Coupons and after Halloween clearance sales can really help you get a lot more bang for your buck. Even a 20% off coupon makes a huge difference if you're buying a $200 animatronic. Many stores, such as Spirit Halloween, have an after Halloween sale where everything's like 20 to 50% off. Your selection may be a bit more limited, but it's definitely worth taking a look. I hope you found these tips useful. I just wanted to say thanks to all who have joined me on this 100 video journey. I look forward to continuing down this spooky road with many more videos to come. Thanks again, and happy haunting!